Very interesting developments right after the whole Charlie Kirk saga as it's winding down, simmering down. Take a look here. First off, what I mentioned, Charlie with the CK for 311 and obviously the Masonic hand sign. Let's take a look here at this latest Bang Bang event and the similarities. Instead of Charlie, it's will I. Obviously the lie in the name. And one thing very interesting are the hands. Notice the hands. This is a very important aspect to this whole news story in St. Helena Island, South Carolina. And with St. Helena, with hell in the name, and the first thing I really focused on was, again, the hands. Like the mark of the beast with the right hand. The first thing I thought to myself was, let me investigate this Willie's Bar and Grill and how it looked like. Is this something recent for this news story? Let's take a look here. And exactly what I expected. Just 2 years prior, no signage for Willie's. Obviously, it's called Island Grill at this point. But the interesting fact is, there's no Willie's, there's no handprints, as I shown here. As you can see, and the yellow and black coloring, I mentioned this before, just as you see here with Baphomet, and the yellow and black color coordination, not by chance or coincidence. Now, and more symbolism, take a look here at the owner, Willie, and he's carving his right eye with this still shot. This is not by chance or by accident, as I've shown once again many times. The covering of the right eye, this is a reference to the one-eyed Antichrist, and that's the whole New World Order agenda in plain sight. Once again with the Willie, interesting, again, the arm crossing over to cover that eye. That is not by chance. Out of all the shots by ABC News, this is from ABC News website, of all the shots, they're going to have this specific one, not by chance, no way. And take a look at this news coverage with this one reporter in front of Willie's. Obviously, they're going to highlight Willie's with the lie. And what is the time? 303 for your coded 33. And obviously as well with this channel 11, it's like two pillars or two buildings, infamous buildings in New York. And a very interesting fact, those two buildings came down exactly 33 years after construction. Construction started on the North Tower in 1968. They came down in 2001, which is 33 years, just like the precise time where it's coded for 303 or year 33. And obviously the bricks of Freemasonry in the background. Everything is coded with these news stories. And just take a look at this vigil here with this guy with the hat here and the gloves preparing this vigil. Just looks very off, very, very strange indeed. And the diamond pattern in the background as well. Of course, diamond being 33 in numerology. Not by chance or coincidence with these news stories. Again, the 33. And even the red sweater and blue gloves. Red and blue make purple for royalty or witchcraft. Just like I mentioned earlier, the yellow and black color coordination as well. Everything is done by design with these news stories. Again, the hands. Everything's coded here. Everything's in plain sight for those that understand signs and symbols. And there was another separate incident after a football game in Mississippi, in Heidelberg, Mississippi. And the same thing. Here's the flag of Heidelberg, and take a look at the hand symbolism once again. Not by chance, not by coincidence. Just like I showed with this still shot with the hand symbolism once again. By the way, I should mention, supposedly this all took place outside of this bar and grill. Interesting to see any footage or supposed footage of what took place outside of Willie's Bar and Grill. And again, with all the handprints, all the hand signs with these news stories, obviously the mark of the beast, the mark on the right hand or forehead describes in the biblical book of Revelation, which is required to buy and sell. The 666 agenda, obviously in plain sight, with all the signs and symbols. And that gets into the third Bang Bang event in Leland, Mississippi, which just so happens to be on the 33rd parallel. Give me a break. And here's a shot from ABC News with the Nike shoes. The black and white, they always have these shoes with all these news stories. And amazingly enough, how it's positioned. Standing up straight like someone just ran out of these shoes. Positioned just perfectly. And take a look here besides the black and white, you have the Chevrolet. We all know what Chevy means. Obviously, the owner was Louis Chevrolet, but when it comes down to chèvre, means goat or goat cheese in French. So the goat in plain sight, and obviously the goat is huge in Freemasonry. The honorary member of every lodge in the world, leave it to me with the goat. And of course, Baphomet here, when it comes down to, it's a Bible verse in Matthew where Jesus separated the sheep from the goats. And that gets back to this news story once again, when it comes down to it, and you see the shoe on the ground. It's amazing how the shoe is, again, just standing straight up. It's not on its side. You know, it's not turned on its side. It's like someone just put it here, placed it right here in this position. And that's exactly what took place. How everything's positioned. Just think about this for 1 second. Camera on the ground to take this photo, to get this clear shot of the Chevrolet, the goat, the black and white Nike. And by the way, Nike all has to do with the ancient Greek goddess of victory, known for proceeding over military and athletic triumphs. So always the occult once again with these news stories. And that gets back to the very beginning of the video with St. Helena Island in South Carolina. There's always that 33 coded as well with this specific individual. And just another shot of Willie's Bar and Grill. And once again, those hands on the sign itself. I mean, why would anybody put these hands? It makes no sense. The yellow steps kind of reminds me of the yellow brick road from the Wizard of Oz, leading us somewhere. And that somewhere is the New World Order, the one world government headed by the Antichrist.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.